Green flag at the ready for heat race number 1. Dunham and Pronger and Wise quickly to third. Now Mick Pronger grabs the ascendancy into turn number 3. Wise coming with him. Darryl Wilshire likewise in the 71 car. Tom Bowie slips under him for 4th. Then it's Rankin. Craig Bottrell on the move in the Clipsal number 16. Pronger continues to lead from Wise. Back to Rod Dunham. Bowie. Darryl Wilshire in the 71. Now Matt Brown winds up the Murphy on the top. Gets through on Bottrell. Here comes the defending series champ. Pronger continues to lead. Now working the outside of Darryl Wilshire is Matt Brown. Brown speeds to the top on the back chute. Pronger another lap in the books. 4 to go, he's halfway home. Brown will make it 3 wide through turn 1 and 2. He's up to position number 3, gets by Tom Bowie. Pronger, Wise, then Brown running the top. Tom Bowie, Dunham, Darryl Wilshire, Dan Mose, Craig Bottrell in the 16, Casley, Robbie Fraser, Tim Rankin in the 3, Kate Searle and Chris Brooks in the 48. Your race leader eases turn 2, Mick Pronger, former national champ, got the lead here in heat race number 1. By my reckoning, 1 to go. Wise in second, Brown from Tom Bowie having a good run. Darryl Wilshire. Oh, up and over is Robbie Fraser in the 22 in turn number 4. That will bring on the Reds here in heat race number 1 for Warrnambool's Robbie Fraser. The Warrnambool asphalting number 22 on his lid in turn 4. Nasty flip for Robbie Fraser. Brings on the Reds, Mick Pronger, championship leader, Michael Pronger. Home in second, South Australia's very own champion of Formula 500s, Michael Wise, and Matt Brown will settle for 3rd position.
Well, it's a tough 6 rounds in 7 days, and consistency is the name of the game. After 2 rounds, Mick Pronger from Queensland, you're the current leader going into tonight's round 3 here at Borderline Speedway, Mount Gambier. How are you feeling, mate?
A lot better than I have at the other series. Normally by now I'm about 40 or 50 points behind and trying to play catch up, so it's good to be at least on the ball this year.
Coming down so often as you have done now, does it make it a little easier, coming to tracks you know so well now?
Yeah, it does, and we've sort of taken a different approach this year and taken a little bit easier, and we're taking a bit more relaxed, and it's made a lot of difference.
Still running a 2-car team between you and your son Nathan, who's the current Queensland champion. Come down with a pretty potent arsenal, don't you?
Yeah, we're still trying to get it together. Nathan's running a new car that we haven't quite had enough shows under, but it'll get there by the end of the series, I think.
Now, what is the name of the game over the next 4 rounds to try and secure this championship?
It'll be just a matter of trying to finish as high up as I can in the heats and keep the points going, I think.
With the inclusion of an American this season, and is he the man you watch, or is it defending series champion Matt Brown, or is it one of another 38 drivers?
It's a whole lot of them, but it's really good to see the American here. It really adds a bit of class to what we're trying to achieve here, and it's great to see.
Well, Mick Pronger, as the current leader going into tonight's round 3, good luck with the remainder of the championship.
Thanks, Gov.
Nathan Pronger, Tim Winters as caution lights come on. So caution on. We'll do it one more time, waiting for Matt Jordan in the Queensland 58 to take up his position on the front row. Beckett's Creek Lyman, Russell Hayden, the scaffold higher, number 24 of Brett Wilshire starts from position 7. Green flag at the ready for heat race number 2. So again, Van Gittingen gets a good start. Headington to second, Alcorn through third. Gibson back to 4th, then it's Tim Winters in the 62. Alcorn runs wide in the 1 car. That's Gibson through Nathan Pronger having a peek on the inside of Winters. That was a battle for position. in second. The right track, West Australia number 11. Back then to the New South Wales champ, Chris Elton in third. Alan Gibson in third. Some winners running the top. Looks a little loose winners. Back to Wilshire, Dale Shaletto in the 4. Nathan Brommer in third, the Queensland champion in this one. Simon Craven in the 20 car and Matt Jordan rounding out our field. 2 laps remaining this time by for your race leader, car number 15 out of Victoria, Lee Van Ginnigan. Started the challenge now in turn 1 and 2 for second. Alcorn runs up on the inside of Jeff Headington. So the West Australian and the New South Wales champ goes head. Half lap remaining now for your race leader. He comes up to put a lap down on Matt Jordan. Lethal, Lee Van Ginnigan will take the win in the 15. Second home. Jeff Headington just from Chris Alcorn. Alan Gibson in the 600 from Tim Winters, the Tin A Transport number 62. Brett Wilshire in the 24, Dale Shaletto in the 4, Simon Craven in the 20. And Matt Jordan rounds out our field in the Queensland 58. How about a round of applause for the Victorian youngster, car number 15, Lee Van Ginnigan, taking out heat race number 2. Number 2, Ben McLeod to lead them around. Russell Brimacombe alongside. Luke Bowie pulls up. Car number 5 will do it all over again. Yellows are on. Bowie brings on the cautions. Oh, McLeod was out and running. Stephen Gay was quickly through. Centre and Devlin looking for some room. Far from an easy heat race here in the Oval Express Series. Green flag at the ready for the resumption of hostilities here in heat race number 3. McLeod once again leads them off. Simon Richards in the 12 and Brimacombe run wheel to wheel. Look at the Aussie champ coming after them. Ben Devlin showing some good speed in the 1. Now ducks to the bottom. Oh, a little too close. The American starting to find his feet. McLeod continues to lead. Richards. Chad Sullivan now slips through to second. Simon, he's back to third. Then it's Stephen Gay. Gay now clicks it off into third. Simon Richards trying to challenge. Steve Court. Ben Devlin, the American centre. Look at them bunched as Elson goes infield. The American trying to wheel around the top of them. Oh, Devlin gets a little sideways in the 1. Well, he ran it in hard through 3 and 4. He was applying the pressure in turn number 4, lost the handle on the Australian number 1. Well, we're underway. McLeod leads them off. Keep an eye on Devlin and Travis Centre. Now he'll have his elbows up. He's a stocky little competitor. They wheel 3 wide into turn number 4. The Aussie champ and centre going wheel to wheel deep in the field. 2 to go this time for your race leader, Ben McLeod. Look at them wheel to wheel as they carve through lap traffic. Brimacombe's in there in the 33, but Devlin goes swiftly around the outside. Centre following suit. Stephen Gay now mounting a charge for the lead. White flag out. White flag for Ben McLeod. Stephen Gay, Chad Sullivan in third. Steve Court in the 9, the 12 car. Simon Richards. Devlin through. Here comes Centre following. Checkered flag falls as Stephen Gay steals the win off turn number 4. McLeod in second, Sullivan in third. Steve Court, back to Richards, Pearson, Ben Devlin, Travis Centre. But on the final corner, everybody, he takes a commanding victory in heat race number 3. The Sunnyvale Plants number 19, Stephen Gay. So the West Australian taking the honours over the Victorian.
3 wide into turn number 1. Young Tom Bowie in the 7 car deep in the field. Runs 3 wide, your race leaders
goes Robbie Fraser. Craig Bottrell to second. Shaleno fights back on the inside. Alex McLaughlin in fourth. Back to Simon Craven. Darryl Wilshire. Alan Gibson in the 600. Chris Alcorn, Tom Bowie, Mick Pronger in the 42. It's Michael Wise a little further behind them. McLaughlin challenging for second on Bottrell. McLaughlin now rockets through to second on the inside of the West Australian Bottrell. Still the Victorian Robbie Fraser leads him in the 22. Then it's a pair of West Australians in second and third as the caution lights come on. Lee Van Ginnigan, the Rowe motorcycle in mile number 15, stalls in turn 4. There's the benefit of the 4-stroke. Flicks a switch, fires up and away he goes. Lights are out, set for a restart. 5 to go here in Heat 4. Robbie Fraser will lead them off. It's a pair of quick West Aussie boys in second and third. Then it's the Queenslander of Shaleno in fourth. We're underway. McLaughlin dives to the inside on Bottrell. They work for 1 and 2. Shaleno watches on in fourth as Alex McLaughlin challenges. The Reds are on. One upside down in turn number 2. Red lights on the circuit. One driver upside down in turn number 2. Oh, young Tom Bowie. Tucker time for pets number 7, unfortunately up and over in turn number 2. Brings on the Reds here in heat race number 4 of the Oval Express Series. Fraser, Bottrell, McLaughlin. The Queenslander Shaleno in 4th. The Victorian Craven in the 20 car in 5th. Nice little wheelie from Fraser. He's on the loud pedal. Gets a good break out of Bottrell. Now Shaleno peaks on the high side as he works over McLaughlin. Craven trying to come through with him. Shaleno gets through. Shaleno now through to third. McLaughlin back to fourth. Craig Bottrell working the top, trying to get by Fraser. 3 to go this time by. Young Shaleno now dives through on the inside, grabs second. Fraser continues to lead the 22 car. Shaleno runs second from Bottrell. Craven up to fourth. McLaughlin, Gibson, Alcorn in the 1. The 71 is Darryl Wilshire. Wise in the 8, Mick Pro in the 42. White flag this time by. White flag out for the race leader. He'll work the back straight for the final time here in Heat 4. Robbie Fraser will go on to take the win. Shaleno in second. Bottrell will hang on for third as Fraser takes the checkers. Dale Shaleno will finish in second position from Craig Bottrell, Simon Craven, Alan Gibson in the Queensland 600 rounds that out top 5. How about a nice round of applause for the Victorian after returning from being upside down in heat race side. Keep an eye on that tough second row. It's got the American Travis Center on the inside and Tim Winters alongside. 3 wide, they go through turn 1 and 2. Winters streaks to the lead. Center now dives through on the inside, gets the second. Sinclair nearly high sides, the number 7. Colin Adam in third, Brett Wilshire, Stephen Gay, Sinclair again nearly upends the 7. Can the American reel in our race leader? Tim Winters in the 62. We've got them coming together in turn number 4. Colin Adam in the 63 and the Queensland champ Nathan Pronger in the 1. Brings on the cautions in heat 5. We were 2 laps in. It was setting up a great duel. He'll restart in second. Wilshire in third, Gay in fourth, and McLeod in fifth. So be a great drag race for the final 6 laps of heat race number 5. Stephen Gay to the top, trying to get by third place Wilshire. Can the American reel in our race leader? He's a tough little customer, working the top around Borderline. Now he'll have a peek on the the bottom as they work the back straight. So the American Travis Center, your new race leader, the Tornado, has hit tonight. Winters in the second, third is Wilshire, fourth is Stephen Gay, McLeod, Jeff Headington in the 11, Dale Sinclair, Simon Richards in the 12, and go back to Steve Burton rounding out our field. Good race developing for second, third and fourth with Stephen Gay now slipping through to third. Round 2 feature winner Stephen Gay now to second. Tim Winters just going off the ball, a little into 62, slips back to fourth. Right flag this time for the American. Caution lights come on for Ben McLeod, the Australian number 2. Loops the Australian number 2 in turn 2. He refires. Oh, the American was on his final, coming around to get the white flag on his final circulation. Well, I'll ask the question on Tim Winters like everybody will. Next time by, we got the white flag on display for Travis Center. Stephen Gay, excellent run, up to second from the rear. Third, Tim Winters. Brett Walsher in the 24 and the 11 of Jeff Headington. Checkered flag time for the talented American. Stephen Gay in second. Third home, Tim Winters across the line, unofficial of course. What a great drag race it was to the end. Stephen Gay in the 19 was our feature race winner last night. The talented American taking the win in Heat 5. How about a nice warm welcome, everybody, to Borderline Speedway for Travis Center.
Well, adding some serious spice to this year's Oval Express Formula 500 series is the talented American, the 28-year-old from Osceola in Arkansas, Travis Center. Travis, we're 2 rounds in, 4 to go. How's your experience so far?
Oh, it's been excellent. We've had just met a lot of great people and had a lot of good racing so far.
First 2 rounds, of course, the opening night was in Adelaide, fairly rough conditions, and then last night, chalk and cheese, racing the sand at Horsham. How were those 2 rounds for you?
The first round was really rough. We had a DNF there in the feature. We run good in the heat races. Last night, we wasn't just spectacular, but we were consistent, and that's what it takes to win the whole series. So hopefully it'll continue.
2 rounds in, does the ambitions change? Are you out for the championship, or was that always the case?
Always out for it. Just kind of get 3 rounds out on the books and just kind of see where that takes us. And after that, who knows?
The comparisons between Formula 500s here in Australia and the micro sprints that you race back in America. Can you compare the 2?
The 2-stroke deal is definitely different, but the racing's all the same. Everybody's trying to go fast, and there's definitely fast competitors here in the States. So, in States and in here, so it's pretty good.
Has that surprised you somewhat by the caliber of competition out here?
I expected it. I expected. I don't know really what I expected, to be honest, but it's definitely tough here. So
You've got a family back home, of course, married with your first son born. Has that been hard leaving them for Christmas?
It was a little tough at first. We've kind of gotten over it here now. We're in the racing groove, so to say. So, it's serious business now.
Mate, we wish you all the best. Welcome to Australia and welcome to Borderline Speedway for round number 3 of the Oval Express Formula 500 series, and good luck.
Thank you very much.
Set for a start. The Aussie champ off pole. Good start for Devlin. Keep an eye on Matt Brown. He's in familiar territory on the high side, up to third. They work through turn 4 and Brown will rim riding his way. Bowie dives through on the inside of Brooks for second. Brown to third. 3 wide down the back straight. Brown running the extreme high line. Still Matt Brown runs the top on Luke Bowie. Brooks on the inside. Matt Brown hanging tough on the high side. Now dive bombs are on the bottom. What a talent he is. Bowie fights back on the low side. Young Luke Bowie hanging tough. This the race for second. Ben Devlin's checked out. The Aussie champ's gone. Bowie nearly high sides the 5. Brown to second. Bowie back to Johnny Pearson. Chad Sullivan, Brooks. Sullivan got problems. Sullivan got all sorts of problems. Trying to get infield for race leaders in turn 3. Ben Devlin putting a lap down on Rick Casley. 2 to go this time. Matt Brown in second, off after him. He's in hot pursuit. Oh, tags the wall in turn number 2. Brown in all sorts of trouble. White flag is out. They're going by him at a great rate of knots. Half lap remaining for your race leader, everybody. Your Aussie champ takes the win, Ben Devlin. Second home will be Johnny Pearson, Dan Moses in the 60, Luke Bowen in the 5, from the ACT 9 of Steve Corn, Tim Rankin in the 3. Christopher Brooks in the skilled number 48 up and over in turn 4 on the final lap. They'll take nothing away from him. He's your reigning Australian Formula 500 champion from Western Australia, taking out heat race number 6, Ben Devlin. Great drive from Devlin. Shoots through the inside as Richards gets shot out in turn number 2. Van Gilligan leads now from Craven, Brown, Chad Sullivan. From the 71 trying to transfer to tonight's A-main. Likewise, current Australian number 3. Tim Rankin back to Dunham, Richards, Luke Bowie in the 5. Russell Blumenthal in Dunham's gone. Dunham in the 71, the loops in turn number 4. Lights come on as the leaders approach through turn 3. Lee Van Gilligan, the RTS Yamaha R6 power number 15 is your race leader. Chad Sullivan in hot pursuit. Anthony Giddos also here this weekend, overseeing Matt Brown's operation as we're underway. Van Gilligan continues to lead. From Sullivan, Brown in 4th. Rankin back to 5th. He needs one more position if he's to transfer. Craven now shoots through the lead. Van Gilligan trying to fight back. Trio of the young guns in Victorian Formula 500 racing run 1, 2, 3, and here comes the 4th. How about Matt Brown? He now on the outside looking in, but not for long. Quickly to the high line. Cracks the number 4 into position number 3. Well, he's brilliant to watch when he's on the high line. Craven's got problems in... Well, that may have been the problem. Rod Dunham in the Williams Cat. Number 71 out of Tasmania. Craven slow.
You cannot imagine how fast that must have seemed when they were going by him on that turn number 2. Rover rumble by Lua.
Could have something to do with a young Disbury lad as well. Picks up where he left off. He's in hot pursuit of the victory here in the B-main. Brown to second. Loves the high line. Does Matt Brown. Simon Richards in the 12. Richards goes round, and that's the black spot that Drew Clark was talking about. Very shiny. Drew and his road car on the wet grass.
Yes, I wonder how much driving Drew's done on the wet grass in his road car. The mind boggles, doesn't it?
It is a frightening thought.
Hey, Avalon Raceway on Saturday night, of course, but next commitment for World Series Sprint cars and for yourself as well. And
Jess doing an excellent job. Purchased the Deanne Davis Magnum car. We'll see her tomorrow night at Laang International Speedway for round number 4. Fingers crossed off front of the car in the B-main 1-1. Top 4 cars advance. Chad Sullivan challenging Brown, but here he goes. The defending series champ. The Bunbury Toyota sponsor number 4 on the second. Sullivan the 3rd. Van Gilligan and Rankin. Young charges disputing the final transfer spot. Rankin now. Finished second last night at Horsham. And then Van Gilligan fights back. Great battle. The 4th and final transfer spot. Where it's at. Now Darryl Wilshire wants the spot. He's coming after him. Oh, the contact between Van Gilligan and Rankin. Rankin in 4th. Van Gilligan back to 5th. 6th is Darryl Wilshire. Off turn 4 onto the main straight and Tom Bowie all failed to advance to tonight's A main for round number 3 in the Oval Express Series. So how about a round of applause for B main winner from Victoria, driving car number 20, it's young Simon Craven. Matt Brown will advance. He's got to do it the hard way, coming deep in the field in tonight's 20-lap A main for round number 3 of the Oval Express Formula 500 Series. Up Mount Gambier, because here we go, the Oval Express Formula 500 Series, and we are underway. Stephen Gay gets a good start. Look at the American centre, 3 wide. Gets the second. Watch them through 3 and 4 for the first time. Stephen Gay leads. Centre in second, and it's the Australian champion. Alan Gibson in the 600. Dale Shaletto in the 4. Jeff Headington back to Dan Mose. Johnny Pearson, Tim Winters. Michael Wise spins to the infield of the 8. Now we'll bring on the cautions. We're 2 laps in. Caution lights are on. Michael Wise, the South Australian champ, brings them on here on the main straight. Stephen Gay to lead away, Travis Centre. Ben Devlin, the Aussie champ, from Alan Gibson in the 600, and the Queensland 4 of Dale Shaletto. Starting to fight back. Ben Devlin now working him over. Shaletto coming with him in the Queensland 4. Caution lights are on. Simon Craven in the 20 infield, and the ACT number 9 is Steve Cornt. Brings on the cautions. Great move from Alan Gibson, the Queensland 600. He grabbed third. From Stephen Gay, centre. Winds up on the top side of Borderline. He's trying to reel in your race leader. Brown working the bottom, runs in hard on Chad Sullivan. Shaletto and the Australian champion running wheel to wheel. Dan Mose starting to come after them in the 60. He's up to position 6. So Travis Centre now gives up some ground to our race leader, Stephen Gay. Gay starting to stretch the legs on the West Australian number 19. Centre strong in second, Shaletto down to third. Good drive from the young Queenslander. He's up to position 3. Alan Gibson in 4th. Ben Devlin slipping back, he's back to 5th. Dan Mose coming after both of them. Mose now to 5th. Michael Wise gets a good run in their South Australia 8. He gets by Bottrell, but they get together on the back straight. All cars safely by. Close moment for Wise in particular in the 8 and Bottrell in the 16. Little contact for the pair as they exit at turn number 2. Well, Dan Mose is on the move, the Queensland 60, so the teammates of Gibson and Mose. Oh, Jeff Headington. No fire left in the 11. See if we can get him infield down to the event. Caution lights come on again. Lights are out. This time round, fingers crossed, arms crossed, legs crossed. We'll get some racing laps run and won here in round number 3 of the Oval Express Series. Back straight for the race leader at turn 3 goes Stephen Gay. We'll keep an eye on some positions. Sullivan in turn number 4. Australian number 1, Ben Devlin, brings on the cautions in turn number 4. He's got his hands full tonight at Borderline Speedway. They wheel through 1 and 2. See if we can get some racing laps in here in round number 3. Centre challenge for second again. Brown hightailing it on the top. Keep an eye on Matt Brown, defending series champ. Works the top down the back straight. Stephen Gay continues to lead. 9 to go. Chileno centre. Dan Mose, Gibson, and here comes Matt Brown. Could we see the impossible? 8 to go. Brown rim-riding his way. He's up to 5th. Matt Brown on the move. Up to 5th. Brown running the top. Mose just ahead of him. Rise now slips through on the bottom. Both are on 3 wide for 4th. Great driving. Stephen Gay's trying to run and hide. Chileno centre, Matt Brown. Craig Bottrell it is in the 16. My oh my, Matt Brown hightailing it to the top. One opening night on Boxing Night in Adelaide. Can he do the same? He's got 7 laps, there's plenty of racing. It'll be an impossible win if he can get there. Stephen Gay's the leader. Centre American on the top. Here comes Brown. The American trying to wrestle second from the Queenslander Chileno. Brown runs all right. Stephen Gay's leading from the American centre. Brown going for 3rd. Could it be an improbable victory? 5 to go. 5 laps remaining in round number 3. Stephen Gay comfortable. He's got a healthy advantage. The American centre in second. Dan Mose through to 4th. Chileno back to 5th. Tagging along from Brown. Here's Borderline Speedway. 3 laps to go for Matt Brown. Can he reel them in? Stephen Gay strong out in front. He's stretching the legs in the 19. The American centre running the top. Brown in 3rd. Dan Mose the 60 and 4th. Next time by the white flag will come out for a race leader. Centre in 2nd. Brown in 3rd. Brown tags the wall. Can he save it for 3rd? Monumental moment for Matt Brown. Just short of the wall as a checkered flag will come out. Stephen Gay takes the win. Send him home in 2nd. 3rd home. Matt Brown from Dan Mose. Chileno, Alan Gibson, Tim Winters, Johnny Pearson, Wilshire, Alcorn and Mick Pryor. Well, how about putting your hands together, Borderline? We got it run and won. He's gone back to back in feature race victories for the Oval Express.